Hey family. So first things first, I want to give you the gospel, which is found in 1 Corinthians 15, 1 through 4. And I want to ask this question again. I just did a video on this and I'm going to ask it again. Do you trust God? Is your faith wholeheartedly in Him? That means no matter what you have, no matter what you don't have, no matter what period, are you putting your full trust in God, in Jesus Christ? Again, this thing has been pressed on me. This question has been pressed on me for a while now, and just really strong these past few days. And it's something that, I ask around and I see in conversation, and just Christians seem to not truly trust God the way that they say they do. And it becomes apparent in our actions, in our conversations, in our thoughts, in our plans, in our what ifs, in our hypotheticals, in our conjectures, and so many just things that are going on. People are having God in question, or just having their faith in question on God. Just, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? What if God doesn't allow this or that, or if He doesn't open this thing or shut this thing? It's just like, it makes me a little frustrated. I'm just being candid. It makes me very frustrated, actually. Especially those who are closer to you, especially those who you've known to be in the faith for a very long time, even their whole life. And it's just, you ask them, how do you trust God? How far does that go? And then it's always just kind of like, well, I trust Him, but, like, no buts, no ifs, ands, nothing. Just, do you trust God? As simple as that. It's just, it's ridiculous. And we're going through this transition, as we've been going through, for the past couple of years, and even now. And it's probably things are changing even more, and people's faith is being tested. And I still believe that for a lot of people, it's been tested, and it's still going on, and it's terrible. Like Christians in America, for the most part, we don't see the deep condemnation, the deep tribulation that other Christians in other nations face by standing by their faith, by standing firm in the faith. We don't see that to the full extent that it's going on in the whole world. Like in China, for example. To be a Christian in China is very dangerous. To be a Christian in North Korea is very dangerous. To be a Christian in places in the Middle East is very dangerous. But we don't see that major, deep persecution happening in America. And yet, with the things that we experience, we still have the audacity to say, oh, I trust God. But where has He shown you otherwise? Where has he proven to not be trustworthy? Where has He proven to not be worthy of placing our full faith in Him? There's this passage in Luke, and it talks about when the Son of Man returns, shall He find faith? And that's just one of those verses that use some inference. If someone didn't find something, or if the thing is in question, it means that that's what they were looking for. So if it's asking you, shall He find faith, that means He's looking for faith. And the way it's framed, you gotta go back and read it. It's in Luke, chapter 8, I believe. I'll double check and I'll put it in the description on where exactly it's found. But that verse in particular, it's inferring that God is looking for faith when He returns. And right now we already see the apostasy. We already see the falling away. People just can't trust God for some reason. They just can't put their full trust in Him. They just can't say, no matter what, I'm trusting God. And it's but that's the most important thing that you can do, is put your full faith and trust in Him. Regardless of the consequences, you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong by putting your faith in Him. So I just want to say this, to anyone who needs to hear it. Just take everything out of your mind. I think it was Paul who mentioned, that he was dead in Christ. Like, the whole world does not compare. Anything or anyone in this whole world does not compare to Christ. So when you take this Christian walk and you're carrying your cross, I know not physically you're not dead to the world, but metaphorically, in a sense of everything this world has to offer, anyone it has to offer you, anything it has to offer you, it doesn't compare to the life that you get in Christ Jesus. And regardless of whatever you have in this life or whatever you don't have, that should be your primary goal, your primary objective is to keep the faith in Jesus Christ. So that's my encouragement for today. And who knows, God may continue to impress this upon my spirit and just, have me keep going with this message. But faith is truly important, and you need that no matter what. And just a side note, everything we do is an act of faith. You go to bed expecting that you're going to wake up in the morning. You go to work or wherever it is you drive to or cycle to or walk to. You're doing it by faith, expecting that you're going to get to that destination safely. Everything you eat, you're expecting, you're going to eat it and it's going to be fine. There's no food poison. Like everything we do is an act of faith. And so why do people place so much faith in everything else but God? That's a question to ponder over. That's a question to ponder over, and that's a message that I'm going to keep preaching for as long as God is going to allow me to do it. Find your faith. Stand in your faith. Stand in the faith in Jesus Christ. Don't worry about this world and the changes that are happening. Just place your faith wholeheartedly in Jesus. That being said, stay safe, stay blessed.